Senator Risa Hontiveros at Vice President Sara Duterte nagkainitan sa Senado. Nagkaroon nga ng hearing kahapon sina Vice President Sara Duterte at Senator Risa Hontiveros patungkol sa mga plataporma o programang inilalakad ng Vice President.
Now she's just catching her breath because she came from two other obligations. One is the commission on appointments and another hearing.
At magandang hapon po sa lahat mga kasama ko sa Senado at yung OVP family. Dalawang tanong lang po, Chair, para ngayong araw. I note that a huge chunk of the OVP's 2025 operations budget, 1.909 billion pesos, will be used for the delivery of socio-economic programs. For 2025, 771.445 million will be allocated for the program. Sa loob niyan, 600 million pesos for medical assistance and 171.445 million for burial assistance, which are very similar to the MAIF-IP of the DOH and AIX. Pangalawa, disaster operations, and is also similar dun naman sa disaster risk management. And last, magnegosyo taday. For those with entrepreneurial skills, 150 million pesos, which is also similar to DOLES naman, Integrated Livelihood Program o DLIP. Ang tanong ko po dito, Madam Chair, anong nag-lead sa OVP na mag-consider na i-launch yung ganitong programs?
Tingnan po namin ang mga pinakamaraming requests ng ating mga kababayan. Kaya meron kaming bago, ito yung educational assistance. At ang panghuli naman, lagi naming natatanggap. So sila po ay lumalapit sa Office of the Vice President. Totoo po, merong mga ibang local government units at ibang national government agencies na ganito po ang kanilang programa. Pero po, nung ako ay umupo as a Vice President, I took an oath that I will do justice to every man. So hindi po kami pwedeng humindi sa mga tao na humihingi ng tulong.
Iko-consider ba ng VP na i-lodge na lang yung mga budgets nitong mga programa dun na lang sa mga line agencies natin, tapos mag-request na lang ang OVP ng allocation para in sync sa priorities ng executive department sa halip na magkaroon pa ng hiwalay pero magkatulad naman na programa?
Madam Chair, we only submit the budget and we leave it to the discretion of all the members of Congress to decide on the budget. Minsan po, totoo yan na pupolitika ang assistance para sa ating mga kababayan.
Salamat VP, Madam Chair. Wini-welcome ko yung sinabi nila na the VP would leave it to the discretion of the members of Congress. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, wini-welcome ko yung sinabi ni VP na they would leave it to the discretion of the members of Congress, and tayo naman ay hindi tayo bibitaw sa mahigpit nating pag-ensure na these programs be implemented by the appropriate agencies o kahit in collaboration with each other. And therefore, at the proper time, Madam Chair, gagawa ako ng proper motion para i-lodge yung budgets ng mga programang ito sa line agencies. Yung huling tanong ko sa ngayon, Madam Chair, for 2025, one of the OVP's programs, Pagbabago Campaign, 1 Million Learners Entries, involves the provision of bags to 1 million learners in remote communities while initiating tree planting activities. This gets an appropriation of 100 million pesos. Part of this campaign is an allocation of 10 million pesos for the distribution of Isang Kaibigan books, a children's book authored by the VP. Pwede po bang sabihin ni VP sa atin more tungkol sa librong ito?
Here, let me make a rebuttal and another example of politicizing the budget of the government. Ito pong sinabi ni Senator Risa Hontiveros na at the proper time she'll make a motion to lodge the budget, the requested budget of the OVP to the other agencies. Let me just quote Senator Risa during the Akbayan Congress. Alam ko po na ang daming kalat ni Duterte na hirap tayong linisin. Ang kadiliman noong panahon niya ay talaga namang nanuot sa ating lipunan para mansa na napakahirap tanggalin. At habang ang anak niya ay may kapangyarihan pa, hindi magiging madali ang ating laban. While VP Sara is in power, the threat of a full-blown Duterte comeback is still a very real and present danger. For one, they are supported by one major superpower, China. So that is an example of politicizing the budget of the government. May we request, Madam Chair, that Senator Risa Ontiveros repeat the last question.
I will certainly, if you request, Madam Chair, repeat my question dahil walang kinalaman sa kasasabi lang ng VP ngayon. Alam nating lahat na miyembro ng iba't ibang partido, yung speeches natin sa ating mga kamiyembro sa mga party congresses ay hiwalay na event dito sa budget debates. So I really take exception dun sa sinabi ni VP na rebuttal iyan dahil halimbawa ito sa politicizing. In fact, wala akong tinanong tungkol sa China o kahit sino pa mang ibang bansa dito sa budget hearing na to. I am asking about yung national budget na ipapasa natin sa Kongreso para sa bansang Pilipinas sa taong 2025. At ang pangalawang at huling tanong ko sa ngayon, before I make at the proper time propose an amendment which may or may not be accepted by the chair and by the colleagues para nga mas i-align ang mga kaperahan natin lalo na't masikip ang fiscal space natin dun sa mga appropriate programs sa appropriate agents. Ang tanong ko po ay ilang mga libro ng isang kaibigan ay bibilihin at i-distribute at ano, if the VP could tell us more about the contents ng librong ito. Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, the book is not for sale. We only pay for the publication of the book. And we will send Senator Ontiveros a copy so that she will know what is the content of the book.
This question is not only for me, Madam Chair, para sa mga kasama dito sa budget hearing. Baka ilang araw pa bago mapadala at mabasa ko, which I certainly will. Simpleng tanong. Tell us more about the book, isang kaibigan, at ilang kopya nito ang bibilihin ng gobyerno sa halagang 10 milyong piso at i-distribute.
Madam Chair, this is an example of politicizing the budget hearing through the questions of a senator. Ang problema niya kasi, nakalagay yung pangalan ko doon sa libro. At yung libro na yan, ibibigay namin doon sa mga bata. At yung mga bata na yan, may mga magulang na boboto. At yung pangalan ko ay nagkalat doon sa kung saan man ibibigay yung libro. Madam Chair, we commit to send tomorrow everyone in this room a copy of the book.
Madam Chair, hindi ko maintindihan yung ugali ng ating resource person. Paulit-ulit na this is politicizing. Ang VP ang nagbanggit ng salitang boboto. Wala akong sinabing boboto. I'm simply asking, hindi ko ma-imagine we're making so much trouble, so much fuss about a 10 million peso item na itinatanong ko lang simpleng, what is the book about? At ilang kopya ang bibilihin ng gobyerno sa halagang 10 milyong piso at i-distribute. I don't appreciate this kind of attitude, Madam Chair. Usually, ang resource persons natin ay nagbibigay ng parehong institutional courtesy sa legislature na ibinibigay natin sa executive. I don't appreciate this kind of attitude.
Do you have
Madam Chair? Yes, Madam Chair. Hindi ko rin maintindihan ang ugali ni Senator Risa Ontiveros and I do not appreciate, ano yung sinabi niya? I do not appreciate this kind of behavior and attitude. Madam Chair, noong 2016, tumatakbo si Senator Risa Ontiveros na senator, nakailang talo na siya. So,
Dalawa, Madam Chair.
Okay, dalawa. Natatakot siya sa pangatlong talo niya, kaya pumunta siya sa Davao. Humingi siya ng tulong. tinulungan siya ng isang kagawad ng Davao na ngayon hindi na siya sinusuportahan. Thinking na hindi mananalo si President Rodrigo Duterte. Kinausap niya ako ng kinausap doon sa law office ko sa Davao City. Sabi ko sa kanya, o sige, tutulungan kita. Chinika niya ako ng chinika. Siyempre, hindi naman siya tumutulong kay Pangulong Duterte. Hindi din totoo yung sinabi ko na tutulungan kita. Tinext niya ako. Pwede ba akong mag-follow up sa hinihingi kong tulong sa boto dyan sa Davao City? So sabi ko sa kanya, okay, sige. So, tinawagan ko at sinabihan ko at pinakiusapan ko ng pinakiusapan si former Congressman Milen Garcia. Sabi ko sa kanya, Kong, tulungan mo ito. Nanalo na siya at nung nanalo siya, anong ginawa niya? Siya ang pinakaunang umatake kay President Rodrigo Duterte. Anong tawag sa ugaling ganito?
With due respect to our resource persons and also our colleagues, I think this doesn't really, I understand there's history among all of us here. But I think that we should really stick to the budget, and I think this is just being very objective. I would like to ask also, since we're going to be furnished a copy tomorrow, we can look at it and evaluate what the content of the book is. But maybe just a general, we won't ask line by line, ano ba yung libro na yan? But tell me, is it for good manners and right conduct? That's fine. Is it science? Is it history? So maybe just a general one so we can just answer it, because I understand that every office will have its own advocacy and initiative. I think it's also wrong for us to be curious what it is about. So just a general one. Any of the undersecretaries can tell me what the topic of the book is. Is it history? What is it?
Madam Chair, the explanation is in the title, Isang Kaibigan. It's about friendship.
Okay. Then that's for the record. It's about friendship.
Madam Chair, just a last point.
Okay.
So kung sana ganun yung naging sagot sa simula pa, 'di ba? Napakasimple. Simpleng tanong, dapat simpleng sagot. Nagkwento pa ng kwento na sinabi dati na walang kinalaman sa tanong ko. Just for the record, as a last point, Madam Chair, this is public funds and we're making inquiries about them. Budget hearing po ito. Hindi po lahat about you. Hindi po lahat about you. Pera po ito ng taong bayan.
Okay.
For the record, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair.
But understand the emotion is high. But let's continue on. If you have any more questions, Senator Risa, we will...
Those are just my 2 questions, Madam Chair. Maraming salamat po.